Hello, crafty friends. This is the Papered Chef here. In today's video, I'm going to share 21 projects I created using the Good Things Come in Small Packages Paper Pumpkin Kit from this month, December 2022. Keep in mind that I still have loads and loads of boxes left, and I only scratched the surface of what you can do with this kit. So these are just some ideas of how I took the boxes that came in the kit and decorated them, and how I used what's called the add-on kit to create additional projects. And we'll do a little bit of crafting as well, so I can give you some ideas on how I did some things like such as embossing. For example, I want to use this new embossing folder. I used a few new products that are in our upcoming catalog. This one, the mini catalog, I know it's a little tattered here. I've been using the heck out of it. So it starts in January, but if you want to get a copy of this in the mail, if you're a U.S. customer, if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you already have this, or coming to you, or already have it. But if you want to get a copy of this, please use the link in the description. It says catalog request form, so then you can use that. Okay, say hi when you come in. Okay, here's what I do in my Paper Pumpkin videos. I show you the instructions and what the projects look like. I show you what comes in a typical kit. This is a kit that will open together. So everything I'm showing you is from one kit. Without even opening my second kit, I do get 2 kits each month. Okay, and I show you the coordinating colors, and I show you variations and things like that to give you inspiration. Sometimes we do crafting, sometimes not, but that's how my Paper Pumpkin videos go. On behalf of all my subscribers, I do this every month. I give alternatives of what you could do with this kit. So let's look at the first thing I do when I open a kit. I look on the back and I look at the coordinating colors. So we have coordinating colors of Balmy Blue, Basic Gray, Blushing Bride, Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Garden Green, and Tahitian Tide. Now, they're not my favorite colors, but the thing is, this is my process. When I get a kit, I try to, even if I'm not sure about it right away, if I'm not sure, like, do I need this or do I like these colors? I take it as a challenge and an opportunity. When you're limited by how many supplies you have and you try to limit yourself to, say, one kit and just a few extra things, like your extra pieces, like, for example, I haven't even used this whole bag of pieces. Like, you're limited to these pieces. You're limited to, I know, I tried to limit myself to the stamp set, but I just couldn't do it because these weren't necessarily the stamps that I needed for the kinds of projects that I have upcoming. I try to think of it as, well, wow, what can I make with a limited kit? And it actually increases my creativity. It actually enhances my creativity. So I hope that those kits do that for you too. So if at first you're not sure about something, then you can, you might say, well, I don't need boxes. Well, then get this add-on edition card. And then you might say, well, these cards are kind of like, this is what I was thinking when they came. They're kind of thin. So I was like, well, good, I'll use my new bunny punch. So I punched out a bunch of bunnies out of the cards. Now, if you're one of my paper, I'm just pulling out the add-on kit. This is $10 for 20 cards. Just trying to pull out like the pieces that are in there. Well, one of them's Balmy Blue. I already punched a bunny out of that one. Okay, so we have Balmy Blue. These are cards. Balmy Blue, Basic Gray, Garden Green, and Blushing Bride. And then you have the envelopes that come with these. Okay, so you have envelopes. This is the Blushing Bride envelope. And of course, you can use envelopes for things like nugget wrappers and all, but I'm going to use them for actual envelopes. Those I can use. And the best part is I was able to get these early because when I attended an on-stage event back in November in Jacksonville, they let me order these early. So I was able to get a few packs of these. And what I did is I sent them to all my Paper Pumpkin subscribers. You should have received 3 cards and 3 envelopes because I broke them apart. And so all my Paper Pumpkin subscribers got that. Now, if you're saying, well, I think I'm a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you may not have used my link to subscribe. So please use my link and go check your account and see if you're my subscriber. Because if you're my subscriber, you would be getting catalogs from me 3 times a year, Happy Mail, and then random things like this. And if you haven't been getting those things, it means you signed up directly with the company and not with me. Which is fine. Stampin' Up is getting credit, though, not me. And it's a very, very tiny, tiny bit of commission and credit. So, I mean, it's one of those things where I don't follow up on it like I should, but I hope that you did use my link to sign up for Paper Pumpkin. But aren't these cool? This is the additions. That's the add-on kit. So if you didn't know about that add-on kit for only $10, please check that out. All right, let's do this first. Let's make a little room and do a little bit of embossing. I have graduation projects. This is a whole pile of graduation projects I'm actually using this year. My nephew's graduating. I have a whole bunch of Easter projects here in this pile here because I wanted to make Easter cards because I thought they'd be more practical. I have a bunch of birthday projects here, and I thought I would start by just showing you how I embossed one of these little boxes. So to emboss with this kind of embossing folder, we have two kinds of embossing folders at Stampin' Up. We have the regular embossing folder, which you might be used to from years ago, and they're much thinner. Now, then we have what's called the 3D embossing folder. So whenever you see the word 3D in an embossing folder, then you need to use this plate here. And it'll tell you to use plate number 4. It'll tell you right on this base plate. So you always need the base plate when you're embossing, which is plate number 1. And then instead of using any of these, you don't need any of the number, you don't need the 2, you don't need the 3, you don't need any cutting plates. This is all you need. You need the 1 and the 4. And then you need this embossing folder. So this is a new embossing folder, and it is called the Cane Weave Embossing Folder. I could have embossed these boxes with any of the embossing folders, but I just thought, let me just show you with Cane Weave. So you just put it in there like that, whichever way you want to do it. So let me see if I did the front of the box or the back. Let me just look. If I did the front. Yeah, I did the front. So it's going to cut off a tiny section. So you see how it doesn't reach the very back. But I wanted it to reach this front flap. So I just put it in that direction, just like that, and center it in there. Shut the embossing folder. And then just put it in there like that. And like so. And then you crank it through. And that's it. It's just, wait till you see this transform. So that's just one way, one thing you could do to, if you're like me, well, the boxes are just kind of, boring. I mean, let's face it. Until you jazz them up and start layering them up, they're just kind of boring. So I thought one thing to do to make them less boring would be to emboss them. So there we have the after, and there we have the before. So it's just fantastic. Plus, they shut better because now they're much thicker. So this is the crushed curry one. And you can also brush it with some color if you like. Do different things to it. And I'm just showing you now how to assemble the boxes. They're all reversible and they're all double-sided. So there's different colors that you can use in this kit. So we're just folding along the score lines. And these are all Stampin' Up colors. So if you have other Stampin' Up products and ink colors, it always helps you. Because then you can just expand your kit and come up with even more ideas. So that's how you do it. You fold along all the score lines. And then you go like that on the sides. And this you're going to push the little flaps in there. And then we're going to get this to click. See? It clicks. It makes more of a clicking sound when you don't have the embossed one. But see? Isn't that pretty cool? Now, there we go. And I see you guys talking about my she shed. You guys, I'm telling you, the she shed has taken on a life of her own. I have never seen so much response from my videos. Well, maybe from a few tutorials, but everybody wants to see the she shed. She's getting all the attention, which is awesome. And I can't wait to see the finished one. I have a vision for it. It's going to be awesome. Okay, there you go. So that's how you do it. Dun, dun, dun. And that's how you assemble the box. All right, so there we go. Let me move that out of the way. And now I'm going to show you now. Come on. Sometimes if it doesn't shut all the way, you have to pinch that part a little bit. I will show you the birthday projects now. So we have the first birthday project, which is the Blushing Bride embossed. I didn't stuff these with candies yet because I don't know what I'm going to be doing with everything yet. These little cupcakes and this twine all came in the kit, 100% from the kit, except for this embossing folder, the Cane Weave embossing folder. Just use a little glue to attach things. I stamped a happy birthday in Tahitian Tide, and that's how I did this project. Okay, simple, simple. Let's show you the rest of the birthday projects. I made a small card with the blushing, or with the balmy blue card, again, from my kit. I just like to cut the cards down because I thought they were cuter. See, the problem with this kit was not the problem, it's just the opportunity I saw was just, this little cupcake was small, the flower was small, because these graphics were made for the proportion of these little boxes. So it was just kind of, they got lost in a sea. Unless I put a lot of them on a card, they got lost. So I just felt like I just needed a smaller card if I was only going to have a couple embellishments. So I did a lot of cards this size, just cutting up the layers. This is a layer from the wrap that goes around the boxes. This is a layer from one of these cards, and then you can see the little texture on the cards. Hope you can see that texture. So that's a birthday card. Let me put that down. We'll keep one of these out so we can punch some. We'll keep these two out, and we'll punch a couple bunnies later. All right, now this one is a birthday card where I just took pieces of the card and just started layering up the panels. So you have, now I use my own cardstock for this. I used, this cardstock would be a piece of garden green cardstock because it grabbed out the colors that would coordinate with the kit. And look how nice that is. The garden green here matches the garden green there. I mean, that's what's nice about using Stampin' Up! Colors. You see all this going on here. You have all this stuff. The Tahitian Tide, or the, oh no, sorry. The Balmy Blue Cupcake matches the Balmy Blue. All this Blushing Bride matches. So it coordinates. It's just so nice. And then I took a couple stars off the one that was like the baby card. I'm using one of the envelopes. So those are some birthday projects. And then you have just this little happy birthday in here that you can use for the happy birthday cards, which is nice. But the rest of them are meant for, more for boxes and party favors. I felt like the images. Okay, now let's just look at some more. This is just using the little Tahitian Tide box and then a little piece of the wrap for the outside. And I just put a little bit of glue on there. Use the sentiments. And I didn't put anything in the inside of this one, but it's Calypso Coral on the inside. I actually didn't, usually I show you what kind of treats I put inside, but this time I didn't fill these with treats because I'm not sure what I'm going to be using them for or when I'll be using them, except for the graduations ones. I'm going to be putting money in those. So then you can make a baby project. So you have Oh Baby, and congratulations. So you have this one that you can use for any occasion. It will hold a little gift card. Let me grab a gift card. All right, so what I did is I grabbed an Amazon gift card from Christmas time here. I just want to show you that. Okay, so we'll put that in there. Pretty cool. So that's good for any occasion. So I could make a bunch of these up and I wouldn't have any problem making a bunch of these up. But I just didn't want to make up all the boxes yet because I'm not sure if I'm going to include them in my kits, give them out as prizes, you know, what I'm going to do with these. Now, this is when you use a wrap. There's lots of wraps, but sometimes I didn't use the wraps because I thought that I could take the paper and use it for other things. So there's like a baby side, see, and then there's a striped side. So all the wraps are double-sided. It's a little piece of crushed curry. I guess that would be the front of the box. So someone has a baby, put a little, you make a coordinating card, little gift card to match. Then I took some extra little pieces and just made my little boxes. You guys have learned how to make boxes from me. I just started playing around and made the lid smaller than the bottom. I didn't put anything inside. I just, not yet. Again, I'm not sure yet what I'm putting inside, but just thought it'd be cute to make a little happy birthday box. And happy birthday bag. Now you should remember this one from my stocking stuffer boot camp that we recently completed on my YouTube channel, a very popular boot camp. And one of the projects we created in that boot camp was called the box in a bag. So this is a box, the little piece of the box, and then see if I have another piece like this. So I made an extra one just to show you, and I'm going to put in the bag around it. The only thing is this is such thick paper that it's very hard to bend, and you have to use a lot of glue and hold it there for a while. So this is like you make a little box for the bottom using the piece of the wrap, and then you're going to wrap a piece around it and you make a bag. So that's called a box in a bag. And then I just added some bling. So if you're wanting to know how to make a box in a bag, just look at my tutorial. It's called Stocking Stuffer Boot Camp that I just completed recently, maybe a week ago or so. So just go ahead in my YouTube channel, look up box in a bag and learn how to make this. And you can make them any size you want. And these are called, oh, I forget what these are called already. Something sparkle, I think like these were on clearance recently too, the sparkling adhesive back gems or something. Sparkling adhesive back gems, faceted gems. Anyway, let's talk about another one that's just a generic one that has the cute little box. And what I did is I had some crushed curry ribbon. So the one that came with this was the basic gray, but I had some crushed curry from another kit because I saved assets or elements, I should say, embellishments from other paper pumpkin kits. And then when I need them again, I have twine that matches. So I double twine that one with the crushed curry. Okay, so that is the that one. Calypso coral is what I'm trying to say. All right, we'll do the graduation ones next, and then we'll do the bunnies. Because so far I've shown you just things, you can make with the kit. So these are all my graduation ones, and my nephew is graduating, so we have that way. I even put something in the inside. We could put money. We figured we'd wrap little money to put different things, so put those in there, or gift cards. We're definitely going to spoil him. He has a job. He's trying to save up for a car. Everyone was going to give him money. And I know my family won't all have something to put it in, so we can chip in and kind of like wrap the money. Oops, this one's already tied, so that's a wrap for it. So I'm just going to put that so you could see it. It's a nice, I love the graduation wrap. That was really fantastic. And I love the little graduation hat. In fact, one thing I liked about the kit was all of these embellishments that came in the kit. So here's a wrap like that. You can see, I don't know if I always put something here. Congrats, congrats. So like I said, these can all be money holders, gift card holders. You can see they're double-sided. And I also have lots of tags to use for later, so which is really nice. And here's a graduation card. You just take your wrap, you unwrap it, you put it around, put it onto one of the cards. And then you have a little layered card there. Some stars. And then this one again. These are just basic gray cards. Just take panels of the cards. This is just my scraps I'm using here. Scraps, just make them the same, make little panels. This little piece here, I just did a part of my series on the Warm Welcome Bundle for my YouTube channel, was using the Tea Boutique paper. And Tea Boutique has crushed curry in it. So that's just a little piece of crushed curry back there. Yeah, Advent boxes. Okay, so Kelly's Creative Dreams is saying, great Kelly. She's saying use these for Advent. She can do a countdown Advent calendar. So that would be great to do an Advent calendar with it, because there's probably refills now. And usually the refills are only like $10 on our website. But yeah, if you don't think of these like, oh, I don't need babies and wedding favors. You might need one wedding one, cheers. So, cheers to forever. You might need one wedding present. And then you're thinking, well, they gave me enough stuff for all this. No, you can use it for anything. So yeah, you just got to, if you're going to use it for Advent, then you're going to have to find some coordinating colors of different paper. All right, so then now let's get into the bunnies. So the bunnies, this is something new. And in January, I'm doing something with the Seaside Bay bundle. But then in February, this will be my workshop series. We'll be making bunnies. We'll be working with the bunnies. So let me show you this. Awesome. So what you could do is you could do this with your bunny punch. Or you can do this with your bunny punch. Okay. And now you have bunnies. Bunnies that face each other. And then you can just make all kinds of cute little things with that. So that's how I got bunnies to go both directions. You just punch in the opposite direction. Another little box here. Okay, so let me show you where that came from. I even have a little stamp here. Happy Easter and stuff like that. I'm just seeing if it's on my table. All right, here we go. This is it. It's called the Easter Bunny Bundle. Okay, so that will be February's workshop series. We'll just make all kinds of stuff to put in Easter baskets. Lots of 3D items that month. And lots of spring papers that I've been hoarding for you. And I'm not kidding when I say hoarding. You will get lots of flowered papers to use for that workshop series if you get my kit that month. All right, so let me show you the Easter projects. And there was another little, by the way, another cute little box that just kind of appeared from over there. So another one, that was just a different size box than I made. See, similar to this, but just a different, see? So you can make all kinds of different boxes just by saving up your little scraps from your cards and stuff. Okay, now let's show you the Easter ones. Yeah, I know. Don't you love the bunny? It's good. Like Kathy's saying, loves the bunny. I'm just going to say hi to you guys as I show you this. So it's not going to be a very long video tonight. All right, so hello, Kathy. Hello, Yvonne. Hello, Deborah from New South Wales. Susan White, nice to see you. Terry P, Janet P, Dawn K, Linda from StampCut Create. Lenexa, okay, and Debbie. Yes, thank you for watching my she shed. Debbie said she loves how the she shed's coming along. I'm getting lots of views on my she shed. Sometimes more views on my she shed videos than on my tutorials I spent 5 hours to create. Yeah, I'm going to name my she shed, Terry. I think I'll have to get some kind of naming contest or something going on in my VIP group or somewhere, on my Patreons. Those Patreon members are those who support my channel. They get to pick titles for all my scan and cut classes and my classes I do. They get to pick topics. I might let them get to name the she shed. My Patreon supporters. Or else my VIPs or some combination of both. So thanks, Kelly and Lala's Crafts. So this, I'm just showing you how I use the bunnies to cut out the shapes. Whenever there was like a crease or a little, I was like, you know what I mean, like a score line, I just tended to like put the, punch part of a bunny. And this one I was able to punch a whole bunny. You're just punching pieces of the boxes and pieces of the cards. And then these little flowers, see what they're called. Maybe I still have the package for those. Fun Flowers Resin Shapes. So I used the ones up here. That would be, I'm pretty sure that was Calypso Coral anyway, at the top. Anyway, so I just used some of those little flowers. I thought they would go with the cards. They would kind of coordinate. So that's what I did with all the bunnies. I made them go different directions, layered up the bunnies. This little hi comes from the Easter one. The hello came from my warm welcome bundle. These little dies, these little shapes came from my warm welcome bundle. Now here's what the bunny looks like stamped. I stamped it in Tahitian Tide so that it would kind of come out with the line, with the line and the detail. Yes, Susan, we can make Valentines for kids. With these. You can make all kinds of stuff with these boxes. So I do have a Valentine's box somewhere. And I don't know what happened to it. Oh, there it is. It's under the congrats. Okay, I was started out as a Valentine's box. That's what happens. I turned it into because there was only one little Valentine's stamp. And then, okay, you can make a spinner with the two bunnies. I love it. These are such fun ideas. So a spinner card, you can like make the card spin when you open it, like put it on a string and then wind it up. Then when you open it with the big circle cut through, then the bunny spins. We'd have to make a big hole. Yep, I think I need to do that. That's a great idea. We'll do that for the workshop series. All right, so if you want to send, Susan, write me, if you want to do one, then you can always send me a sample that I do in my workshop series, because like, I see Kathy's here. Kathy often sends me things. Linda often sends me things she's on my team. And for my bingo, or if you want to send anything for the workshop series that I can demonstrate, that would be great. So that was the one I was talking about. That she said Valentine's. See how you can put the little Valentines in there? So there we go. Yeah. Forgot the bunny, darn. What do you mean you forgot the bunny? You still have, if you're a demonstrator, you could still order it before. You don't have to wait till January 5th. Right? I mean, I get things that are different than everybody else. All these people run out and they buy all the flowers and stuff. And then I run out and I get all the little whimsical, cute things from the catalog. So if you want to know what's in the catalog, you can watch my unboxing. Thank you, Hermelinda, Lala's Crafts, and Darlene. Thank you. I'm glad you like this. And Ingrid from Utah. All right, that's all I have for you. I was just going to show you now the unboxing. Oh, so I don't really need to show you these because you'll see them in the unboxing. But I just kind of want to emphasize again, like I barely even touched the surface. I did 21 projects in just a couple days. And then I still have all these leftover boxes, all kinds of leftover cards, all kinds of leftover tags. And now when I need a go-to craft, I just run and make something real quick, as long as I use the coordinating colors. Okay, so next month's kit, what I'm about to show you is an unboxing, but you're not gonna get what I'm showing you. You're gonna get next month's kit. So you don't get, if you order Paper Pumpkin from me, subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, you're not gonna get the kit that I'm showing you, because it's a surprise. We never know. Thank you, Deborah. I wish you a Happy New Year too. You never know what you're gonna get. It's a surprise every month, which is what I love. And then I just take my supplies and just start going to town and just start making stuff. And it's my dose of creativity. You're gonna see that you get, I just had to turn it upside down because my address was under there. So it comes in this cute box wrapped in cellophane. See, good things come in small packages. So the next one's going to be a Valentine's, and they have the cutest little add-on boxes, which I've already ordered a load of. I haven't received them yet, but I've ordered a lot of those Valentine's boxes. They're like heart-shaped boxes. I wanted to make sure I had enough for my husband to bring to his work, and I had enough for a whole classroom set. So I ordered a lot of the add-on boxes for Valentine's. So that's your little sneak peek was you know, I don't know where it went. Here, this one. Key to my heart. So it's going to be cards, I think, and then you're going to be able to add on the Valentine's. Okay, so here we go. So this is that's the stamp set that you already saw. So every month you get an exclusive stamp set from Stampin' Up. So you always get a stamp set when you subscribe. And then this would be you get some twine, and you always get some ink. The ink spot they gave us was Garden Green ink spot. Not my favorite green, but it's still nice to have different colors in your ink spot. Ink spots are great for when you're inking up tiny little sentiments like this. They're also great for working with the Stamparatus when you open them up and you put them upside down. Just grab a couple here. I have them sitting here in my little bag. So these were I was using these for my projects. So for example, you're working on the Stamparatus and you open it up and you're trying to ink up just a little thing. You go and you can ink up a little bit. So you don't need a big stamp pad. But they don't work as well as a big stamp pad, but that's just, they work better on the Stamparatus. Okay, so you have some twine. And we have some adhesives, tissue paper. You pretty much have everything you need. That's what the nice thing about subscribing to Paper Pumpkin, and the reason I think it's a great value, considering I make kits myself and I know how expensive they are to make kits. When I saw my kits, they have a lot more Stampin' Up products in them, but I understand how much work they are to coordinate and to coordinate colors and to design projects. And so I can appreciate all the work that goes into designing these projects, getting these made and Stampin' Up coordinating colors. So she started out with ink spots about 20 years ago. Oh, wow, they used to sell them individually, you're saying. Kelly, I haven't been around Stampin' Up that long. I've been a crafter for a very long time, but not with Stampin' Up. I was just doing my own thing. But I do love the color coordination. This is called tear and tape. It's thin because you need it to be thin for some of your boxes. So that's your adhesive. And then you get all these little boxes, which are double-sided. They sold them as complete color family, she's saying. Yes, you know what? I did remember getting some retired ones that I then put in my mystery boxes because I had so many of them. Repeats. Now I give them out as little prizes and things. Aren't these cool? So we have all these little boxes with all these different colors. Reversible. Looks like we have 8 coordinating colors in this. I love, this one's my favorite. This one, Tahitian Tide. It's my favorite color of the new ink colors. I mean, probably is one of my favorites too, but it's definitely the favorite of this kit. So pretty cool, right? So those are the boxes. You get some dimensionals, which is awesome because those are normally, $4 for a pack of 3. So you get dimensionals, you get your ideas, you get your instructions. I forgot to show you what the inside of the instructions look like. You can see I didn't make anything. I didn't even look at the instructions usually. But they're all there in color if you like them. I mean, lots of great ideas. And then check these out. So I think this is going to be a great refill because look at this. Look at this. You get so many of these tags. So if you already think, oh, I could use these for Halloween or put numbers on them for Advent, I mean, these are already done for your tags, all die cut. And we know how much work it is to die cut things. So it's great to have them already die cut for you. Here we go, some more tags. Tags, tags. Tags, tags. I mean, loads of them. Unbelievable, right? Then we have our little graduation caps and our flowers and our stars for the baby. This is the baby projects. Graduation and flowers and some birthday and some leaves. Leaves work with anything. These ones, I have so many left over of those. Tags for sentiments. I mean, that means you could decorate the inside of every box, the outside of every box. Loads of these. And then loads of these little wraps. And you saw how I cut them up to make cards. Lots of flowers. And then these are the baby ones. And then on the other side, if you don't want the baby side, you're like, okay, we'll just use that side. Okay, we'll punch a bunny out of this one to show you which section you need to use on this one. Let me keep one of these out. And then we have the graduation. So you have the bunny and this side. This side's awesome. I wish they wouldn't have made the best ones together were this, and they put them on the same one. All right, so see how if you want to do a bunny punch and you don't want the seam to show, say if you're going to, when I say seam, meaning that little line. If you want to use this part, you can do like a half a bunny, like I did where I put them inside the box. Or you could just get in, and this section will fit your bunny. So that's where I was getting the bunny without any seam in there, without any score line. And now you have this adorable bunny that you could put on your projects. And Blushing Bride works perfect for that. All right, so for those of you that came in late, that's what I was talking about. I did, a lot of my projects have bunnies on them. You know, just loads of them. Cards, boxes, etc. So I hope you got inspired by this video and will use your kit and think of it in a different way. So if you're saying to yourself, well, I don't know, I don't like, maybe, you know, I don't need a lot of boxes, right? You might be thinking of that. Don't think of it like that. Think of it as, what can I do that's not boxes? So think of it like, think outside the boxes of the kit, right? So think of different things you can make, and think of the gift of having all these elements created for you. Okay, think of how hard it would be to stamp and die cut all these and edge them up and make little edges and all this stuff. So think of all this work done for you and how you could turn these into beautiful card elements. And then you'll have a different attitude about your kits when you get them. You won't ever be disappointed. Only, I think, one time I was disappointed with, it was a home decor kit, and it only let me make one wreath or something. And I gave it as a gift to my friend, liked the gift, but it was the only time I was personally disappointed because I was only able to make one thing from it. Maybe one other time, but it was both times was home decor where I'd only made one thing. But every other time when I get all these supplies, I'm actually excited. And I think of it as a creative challenge as well, to be able to make things using limited supplies. Okay, so that's all for now. Have a great evening. Happy New Year, everybody. Hope to see you again soon. If you got here late, just go ahead and sign up for my mini catalog mailing, which I only do a couple times a year. I'll be mailing these out, and we'll go from there. Lots of specials going on starting January 5th. Unbelievable. But I'll be doing more videos closer to the date because I don't want to confuse you, and I don't want you to get your hopes up and have to wait so many days. But right before this special starts, I will be telling you about our celebration coming up. This is the Paper Chef. Have a great day.